Morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Had breakfast?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. What about you, ma'am?
Not yet. We are at home.
Um,
Yeah, that's right. So still we have not had. We'll have now after class. Anyone came to college?
Yes, ma'am.
You're in college, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Most of you are in college or what?
Around 20.
Okay. You're so very bad. Mm. Okay. So today is online classes and Thursday, Friday, Saturday you have placement, no? So we forgot, I think. Okay. So whatever it is, we'll move on. We'll move on to the okay. We start with next module 3 in cybersecurity. In that, as I told you, the same textbook you have to refer for the third unit, that is phishing and identifying theft. This is a textbook which you have to refer. Nina Godbe and Sunita Belpur. This topic is covered in this textbook. So if you have, fine. If you don't have, you can come to me. You can get it xerox of this textbook, whichever topics you have for your syllabus. This third topic is from same cybersecurity. Okay, so we start with phishing. So what do we mean by phishing is um, a type of email scam that steals your identity. So what is this phishing is? So you would have seen there are so many mails coming to you. Those we call it as a spam. Whereas here in this phishing, using your email IDs, they try to uh, steal all your personal information. So who has sent you other details? Um like what is your email ID, what's your password, who is sending messages, all these they try to uh, hack from your these details. So then that is what is phishing. Phishing is what? A type of email scam that steals your identity. So this is very fine, very good. So phishing is what? A type of email scam that steals your identity. You would have seen so many if of your friends, either maybe in Facebook, they would have told that, see, someone else is sending on behalf of me using my details. So what they are doing here is they are hacking your details. They create on behalf of you, and they try to send the details to your friends without your notice. So then that type of the same way here, phishing means with respect to your email. So now you have most of you 100% of you will be having mails, because we communicate either official mail or unofficial mail what you have. So they try to hack your email IDs and try to hack your password and use your details. So one important thing, when you go for, I think nowadays no, none of you are going for cyber cafe, because you would have recharged in your mobile only. This was before all these internet facilities was there in your mobiles. So before, what they were doing, they were going to browse anything, they used to go for internet, for browsing center, and that browsing center is social, means anybody can come. So in that case, by mistake you have forgot logging out or something like that, then anybody can use your identities. They'll easily can get your all details. So to avoid that, uh, always you have to see to that you log out and come back. So that is what is phishing is. 1 second. Able to see, right? Yeah. Okay. Phishing, a type of email scam that steals your identity. An email fraud technique in which the culprit sends out emails looking legitimate in an effort to accumulate person and financial information from recipients. Message likely come from well-known and trustworthy sites. Example: PayPal, eBay, MSN, Yahoo, Best Buy, and American Online. So this is what you can see. Uh, they try to say, sometimes let us assume that you got a mail from your bank, online bank, saying that we want all your details, something like that. We trust and give to them those details, but actually we don't know whether it is sent by a bank or some other people. So then that is what is called as an email fraud technique, in which the culprit sends out emails looking legitimate in an effort to accumulate personal and financial information. That's what you can see. The email fraud technique, in this case, that's what phishing is. In phishing, what they are doing, they are trying to find out using emails, trying to find out all the details through your mail. How do they do that? So email fraud technique, in which the culprit sends out email looking legitimate in an effort to accumulate personal and financial information. That's what you can see right now. We get so many links saying that you have got 1 crore rupees. We have same way, even if you get for your emails also, we should be very careful enough whether should we click on that link or should we not click on that link. If you click the link, everything, all your details, they will be hacked. So that's what we should be very clever enough when we are doing logging in. That's the reason you can see there are so much securities going on. Even when we log into Gmail also, we have so many things. So an email fraud technique, in which the culprit sends out emails looking legitimate in an effort to accumulate personal and financial information from recipients. Messages like come from well-known and trustworthy sites, Wizard, PayPal, eBay, MSN. So they would have sent similar. We think that it is from a Yahoo or eBay, something like that. They would have sent. They would have sending a messages. But if we by mistake, if we click, all your details will be hacked. So this process is called as a phishing. Fisher uses a different social engineering and email spoofings to try to trick their victims. Why do they do all this? So they want all your details. Either it may be for your personal or it may be for financial. So sometimes your amount, all the details may be available with your bank, all those details in your email. They may find out your email and passwords, and they can hack your amount from your online only. So that is the reason we have to be very careful enough when we are clicking on unauthorized social medias where they send just click on this. So we should double think, then click on that. So because if any hackers have sent you a mail and you have clicked, and it is very easy for them to take all your details. So we should be very clever enough when we are using either it is any media, any social media. So that's what here Fisher uses a different social engineering and email spoofing to try to trick their victims. So these are the different ways they use the tricks to have so many details. So the act of sending an email to a user and falsely claiming to be an established legitimate organization to scam their uh, users into giving up private information to be used for identity theft. So what they do here, phishing, the act of sending an email. What is phishing says to us? It is one method, one way of sending an mail to your accounts. And in case if you just click, or in case if you do something, so then they can be take all your identity. So that's what an act of sending an email to a user and falsely claiming to be an established legitimate organization to scam the users into giving up private information to be used for identifying theft. So that's what here, what is phishing? One more meaning. So the act of sending an email. So there is there some people will be knowing what your friend is doing. So then they can hack your details. So this method, act of sending an email to a user and falsely claiming to be an established legitimate organization to scam their users into giving up private information to be used for identifying a theft. The email steers the user to visit a website where they are asked to update their personal information, something like their passwords and the information about their credit card, bank account numbers, etc. So that's what here the email steers the user to visit the website. So they may just say, we may give you so much, you click on this website uh, where they are asked to update their personal information. Sometimes let us say that your bank only, you may have an account in Allahabad bank, and you feel that they have sent the account, bank people only have sent this link, so you'll click on that, and they ask you to fill the complete the personal details. Then what you people do, we just fill all the details. So we should be very careful enough when we are doing all this. And there may be sometimes they may say the maybe bank people would have not sent, but the hacking would have sent you the mail, and they may ask you, you please change the password, because it's since from 3 months you are using the same password, and you try to change the password, then the hackers will be doing what will be your new password. That's what we should be very careful enough whenever we are doing any transaction. So maybe it is a financial or maybe it is a personal. That's what is a phishing is. So in the same way, that's what these people will be doing, even along with your passwords. Even they can take your information about their credit card, bank account number, and etc. So that's what email steers the user to visit a website where they are asked to update their personal information, their passwords, and their passwords and information about their credit cards, bank account number, etc. So like this, they can be doing a phishing. That's what a email is. So the survey has done by a Cisco system. Cisco is a company where it is a networking company, where they tried to find out what were the scams in different countries and what was the volume of each country, a percentage of spam volume. So geographically origin, the first spam was being done, or the rank was India. So we can see here, after they done a survey, Cisco people have done the survey, and they gave some report saying that the first rank was India, where we can see it was taking 13.9 percentage of spam volume. So what the spam volume, you can see in your mails, every day we get so many spam mails. But what is that use? So in case if your inbox, your storage given by any people, maybe Gmail, let us take an example of Gmail. So the size of your Gmail will be limited, and if you start getting full spam mails, then it will be filled. So then this will be the problem in case if your storage is filled, and the Google people may ask you to pay some amount, then extra storage will be given. So this is one way where the spamming mails can increase. And the same thing here, the first percentage throughout, if we observe with the different countries, India plays a first with the percentage of spam volume, that is 13.9. So the same way, other countries like Russia was a second place. It was taking a percentage of spam volume was 9, and Vietnam was 7.9, where the geographical spam volumes were taken. So then South Korea, it is 6. Finland, again, it is 6. China, it is 4.7. Brazil, it is 4.5. United States was 3.2. So this is the different percentage of spam volumes given by different the Cisco people when they have conducted a survey, and they found that the India was the first country where it was having a huge number of percentage of a spam volume in their mails. So in the same way, what is spam emails? When do we call it as a spam emails? We just told the Cisco has done a report, and this is what the spam volume, and India placed 13.9. But what do we mean by spam? Spam, first we should know what is a spam emails. also known as a junk emails. So what is a spam email? Spam emails is also called as a junk emails. So identical messages are sent to numerous recipients. So what they do is identical messages. So now you can see WhatsApp messages. So we create a group, and if I just send only to one, so everyone can see the mails. Similarly, even in the emails also, they sent junk mails. So now then maybe something like the Amazon is, maybe may not be Amazon people, similar website would have been created by hackers, and they would have sent huge mails to different people saying that 1 rupee they'll give you Apple phone, something like this. So these are the spam, and we just click on the thing just by curiosity, and all your details will be hacked. So that's what we should be very careful enough whenever we have whenever there is a emails. So such type of emails we call it as a spam emails, and also we are calling it as a junk emails. Identical messages are sent to numerous recipients, a popular medium for phishers to scam users to enter personal information on fake websites. So, popular media, how we do is for phishers to scam users to enter personal information on a fake websites. So that's what here they would be sending so many fake websites, and they may say click on this, you will be taken to our website, something like that. That will be there. So those we just click and we don't know that it is there. But they try to hack our personal information. A person who creates electronic spam is called as a spammer. So what is who does all these things are called as a spammer. A person who creates electronic spam is called as a spammer. Spam emails, also known as junk emails. So what do we call it as a spam emails? Also known as a junk emails. Identical messages are sent to numerous recipients. So also known as a junk emails. Identical messages are sent to numerous recipients. Personal medium for phishers to scam users to enter personal information on fake websites. So that's what here spam emails. Also, what do we call? We also call it as a junk emails. Identical messages are sent to numerous recipients. Popular medium for phishers to scam users to enter personal information on a fake website. So we don't know whether it is a original website or a fake website, and we just enter all the details in the fake website. All our details can be hacked by the people. So that's the reason we should be very clever enough when we are trying to take a fake website information. Next one, a person that all these will be done by a human being only. The person who does all these, we are calling it as a spammers. So what are the different types of spammings available? There are different techniques used. So the types of spam mails: unsolicited bulk emails. So that's what here they send bulk emails to so many people, something like Flipkart. So we know about a Flipkart, but actually the Flipkart people would have not sent, but the Flipkart website would be hacked by somebody, and they send so many thousands people at one time. So then such type of spam mails are also available. So that is the first type of spam. So unsolicited bulk emails. So then we just abbreviate it as a UBE. So what it will be doing, the huge number of messages will be sent to the huge people. So that's what is the first. The same way, unsolicited commercial emails. So even you can see today Yugadi special. So for this much, this is an offer. You can buy this. So like this, we get so many mails, commercial emails. So this type, this is also one type. So then they abbreviate it as a UCE. So this is what are the different types of spam mails. One is UBE and one more is a UCE. What is UBE? Unsolicited bulk emails. They send a bulk at one particular time. In the same way, commercial. So now I want to market something. So then there may be some huge number of mails sent to us. Then that is what is called as a UCE. That's what a spam emails, and this is a type. So then tactics used by a phisher: name of legitimate organizations, from a real employee, URLs that look right, urgent messages. So that's what is a tactics used by a fisher. So name of legitimate organization, from a real employee, URLs that look right, urgent messages. So that's what is a different types tactics used by a fisher, names of legitimate organization. So that's what here, Amazon. What is the spelling there? AMA. So the spelling of in the word of Amazon, they would have changed something. Instead of A, they would have given something else. So based, and we don't know, we feel that okay, it is Amazon only, and we click. So this is one way where the fishers can try to use a tactics. So name of legitimate organization. So well-known organizations, whatever is there, they may try to change one letter. They may change, the pronunciations may be same. So like Amazon means they would have given same meaning, same pronunciation, but different words. So there are so many ways where the fishers use all these tactics, by the fishers, to spam your mails. That first one was a name of legitimate organization. From a real employees, maybe sometimes, there may be one employee, because of his bribe, he would have done some mistakes. Maybe there are some options. So like that, from a real employee also, they may take, they may misuse the details and try to use take all your identity. So this is one way from a real employee. So then URLs that look right. So that's what here what we do. We just see http.amazon.com. So we just click on that. We feel that it is Amazon. But what they would have done is, instead of Z, they would have used S. Then we think that okay, we clearly don't see difference between Z and S, and we click on that, and we feel that it is a original Amazon website, and we click, when we click on that URL, and it will be taken, and we start entering our credit card, our names, everything. So that's what one way of fishers trying to use a URL. And the other way, urgent messages. You can see that the urgent message, today there is a band, to click on this, something like that they would have sending. So that is those type of messages, we call it as urgent messages. So these are the tactics used by the fishers. One more, phrases used to entice the users. So that's what, verify your account. Sometimes they may say, uh, click on this and verify your account. These are the different ways where the hackers, or other name called as the fishers, try to use the personal details. So in the same way, you have won the lottery. That's what I just told. You even now in our WhatsApp or Facebook or messages also, we get so many messages saying that you have won so much amount today, you got 1 crore amount, you have to do this. So these are the different types where the fishers send the links. If you by mistake, if you click on that link, all your details will be hacked. So that's what we should be very clever enough when we get such type of messages. So in the same way, if you don't respond within 48 hours, your account will be closed. So these are the messages sent by they would bank people would have not sent, but still uh, uh, hackers would have sent, and they would have giving you a message saying that within 24 hours you have to click. If you don't click, your account will be closed. But in that case, what we have to do, we have to verify with the bank people and say whether the bank people have sent this message, or they have not sent. So these are the different phrases used by the entries by the fishers. Next one is a hawk's email. So deliberate attempts to deceive or tricks a user into believing or accepting that something is real. So we don't know, and that's what just now told Amazon. Instead of Z, they would have changed it as S. So there may be something like this. These are different ways where the hackers will be doing. You can see there are so many companies like this, where we don't know whether it is a original company or whether it is a fake company. There may be small changes either in the word, maybe in the logo, some changes they would do, and they would have created a fake, and they would have because they also want to earn money. So bluffing the original company, then trying to make out. So these are the different ways where they try to maybe for commercial why they want to earn money. So to earn money, they would have we know that there are some brands which we trust them. So and they know that because it is a branded, most of them will be buying those products. So to make us fools, or make the peoples to buy the same branded people, they change their small logo, something like that they may be doing. So that is a hoax email may or may not be a spam emails. So these are the different ways where the mails can be done. So in the same way, methods of phishing. So what are the different methods where the phishers can be doing? One is a dragnet used by a spammed emails. So first method was a dragnet. So what they do here is, they try to, already they'll be sending us spam mails. When they send, and if you just click on that, this is one method where they may try to hack all your details, because you would have clicked, you don't know that it is a spam and you have just clicked on that, all the details will be hacked by them. So that is what is a dragnet. So next one, rod and reel. So here what they do is identify specific prospective victim in advance and convey false information to them to prompt their disclosure of a personal and financial data. So one way, they don't send for a huge people, they will just send, they will select some people and they send the information. That is what is a road and reel. Next one is a lobbyster bot. Focuses upon use of spoofed websites. So that is what is a method of phishing. Lob street bot. Next one is a Gillnet. Relies far less on social engineering techniques, and fishers introduce a malicious code into email and websites. So these are the different methods where phishing can be done. So first of all, what was a phishing? Phishing means what? Sending a spam emails. Either how do they send? Either they can send one to one, but one to one is very rare. They send for a group of people. They send for group of people, bulk messages at a time. So that is a maximum they do. So before we move, let us just have a brief thing. What is phishing? A type of email scam that steals our identity. So what it is phishing? What is the meaning of phishing? A type of email scam that steals your identity. Next, an email fraud technique in which the culprit sends out emails looking legitimate in an effort to accumulate personal and financial information from a recipient. So how do they get the information? Now you want to know my information. So what you will do, you want to know my bank account and details. Then you would have created a fake website from Allahabad. So it looked like same as Allahabad, but you send the details, and I thought it is from Allahabad, and I give all my financial personal information also. So this is one way of phishing. So Fisher uses different social engineering and email spoofing to try to trick their victims. So then the act of sending an email to a user and falsely claims to be an established legitimate organization to scam the user into giving up private information to be used for identifying theft. The email steers the user to visit a website where they are asked to update their personal information, with maybe their password, their information about their credit card, bank account numbers, etc. So this is what the survey done by a Cisco people. So what they have done is, they found out that in geographically in different origins, which was the highest volume of spams sent were there in which country. So that's what you can see. India, that is 13.9. That was the highest in India. Then Russia, it was 9. Vietnam was 9.9. South Korea, it was 6. And Finland was also 6. China was 4.7. Brazil was 4.5. Then the same way United States were 3.2. So this is what the Cisco people. So you'll be knowing Cisco is a well-known and sorry, well-known and famous computer networks company. When they have done the survey, they found that these are the ranks and different countries and what was the percentage of spam volume. Before I continue, let me take attendance. Okay. Answer your attendance, Amrish. Answer your attendance, Amrish. Anu.
Present, ma'am.
Ashok. Ashok. Benita. Rajeshwari. Bhavishya.
Bhavishya present, ma'am.
Chaitra.
Present, ma'am.
Diksha. Deepika.
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am. Ma'am, Deepika present, ma'am.
Yeah, marked. Murli Krishna.
Present, ma'am.
Harshit. Kishore.
Present, ma'am.
Manjunath.
Yes, ma'am, Manjunath. Ma'am,
Nayana.
Manjunath present.
Yeah, marked Manjunath. Nayana. Nayana. Ilanjan.
Yes, ma'am.
Nishant. Rajeshwari.
Present, ma'am.
Ramya.
Present, ma'am.
Rashmi.
Present, ma'am.
Srinivas.
Present, ma'am.
Sunil.
Present, ma'am. Ma'am, present, ma'am, Sunil.
Yeah, Sunil marked. Amresh is present. Ashok. Benita. Harshit. Nayana. Okay. Continue with the thing. Okay. So what we are trying to see here, phishing. So what do we mean by phishing is unauthorized mail sent. So that's what we have seen here, and identifying why do they want our maybe personal details or financial details. So then what is spam emails, also known as a junk emails? Identical messages sent to numerous receipts, popular medium for phishers to scam users to enter personal information on fake websites. A person who creates electronic spam is called a spammer. Then types unsolicited bulk email, that is UBE, unsolicited commercial emails, that is UCE. So then tactics used by a fisher, name of legitimate organization, or from where a real, whether maybe sometimes some they would have booked some person and they try to use information from a company people only, but because he would have bribed. So that maybe just chances of this for a fishers from a real employee, or they may create a fake URL and they try to get the information. That may be also there. That is URLs that look right. So then what is a, sometimes it may be a urgent message. Then phrases used to entice the user, verify your account. Sometimes they would have sent you saying that you please verify, click on this and verify your personal details. So that's what you have to double check whenever you get such type of messages saying that verify your account. So why do they require? Because just let us have a look. When you're creating your account only, you would have given all your details. So then what is a necessary? That too, especially when you're doing it for a banks, you should be very clever enough, because it is with respect to your finance. Maybe something else, maybe something you have entered your details in some company and they want to verify, then you can verify that. But we should be very careful enough whenever we are doing it for a banking sector. They may ask our details, they may ask our banking password, account number, all these. Whenever you're doing such type of things, maybe some for your bank passbook, or maybe for your debit card, or maybe for your credit card, so in that case you please be careful whenever they give you a verify your account. But that is okay when you're saying that when your placement, when some company comes and gives you verify your details, because you would have handwritten, and uh, they would have entered through by emails or online, then they may ask you to verify. But that is okay, because they are not asking your account details, only maybe your date of birth, your name, something like that they may ask. In such type it is okay, but we should be very careful enough whenever we are doing with respect to bank. Then there may be sometimes some links they would have been sending, saying that you have won 1 crore rupees, and there may be something like that. You click, you have uh, uh, you have won so much amount, or you got this vehicle, something like that they would have sending. So try to not to click such type of links. That's what you have won the lottery. These are the different phrases they will be using. That's what here first or organization legitimate how the tactics the fishers are using. Maybe sometimes they may uh, think like BMSIT&M, we know that, but they would have created BMSIT. Instead of this, they would have created BSIMT, something like that. They would have changed only one letter. Chances are there. So in that case, we should be very clever enough. That's what these are the different words how the fishers are using. So phrases used to entice the user. Verify your account. You have won the lottery. There may be something like messages we receive. So that in that case also we should be very clever enough when we are getting such type of things. You have won the lottery. Then if you don't respond within 48 hours, your account will be closed. So that's what here phrases, sometimes phrases will be there. If you don't respond within 48 hours, your account will be closed, something like this. So we should be very clever enough, because this is with respect to account banking. So with respect to banking, they may say that uh, so before we try to do anything, we should cross verify with the bank people whether these bank people have sent or not. Then a coax email. So deliberate attempts to deceive or tricks a user into believing or accepting that something is real. So coax email or may not be a spam email. Sometimes uh, you even we may get, so the people will be not knowing, you could have seen genuine will be there, but sometimes that mail would have gone to a spam. There is a separate unit in our inbox in your mail where there is a spam. Sometimes that's what you will be knowing. Some company people would have sent you a message saying that please check your emails, either even in a spam also. Maybe sometimes what the hackers will be doing is they don't want you to see that, because it may be offer letter or it may be a thing, and they don't want you to join within time. In that case, they may say that please check your spam mails also. So this is one way where the fishers will be trying to do. Method of phishing, dragnet. How, what are the different methods available? There are different methods available for phishing. One is dragnet, used by a spammed emails. So what these people will be doing is they will be just using a spam, and if we click on that, we may go somewhere. So this is one approach where the fishers can try to use it. That is what is a dragnet. Then rod and reel. So identify specific prospective victims in advance and convey false information to them to promote their disclosure of personal and financial data. So that's what here they may try to identify a specific prospective victim. So maybe something like fourth, I just want to know in fourth semester MCA how many students are there, and I want to hack all your details. Not for second sem, not for sixth semester. So that's what here identify a specific perspective. And what is a victim, and try to find out in advance and what are the false information to them to prompt their disclosure of a personal and financial data, so that they try to hack your personal and financial data. Then lobster spot focuses upon use of spoofed websites. Say sometimes there may be website fake websites. So that's what I just gave you last time examples also in your Facebook. When we click on the Facebook, there are so many advertisements coming on. We don't know whether it is a genuine or a fake one. So if we just click on a fake one, and if we submit all our details, sometimes we may not get the amount is also gone and the item is also not available. So that type of websites, we call it as a lobster spot. So this is being done using a website, because they are not sending any mails, any messages to your mails, but they may send in a social media. So that is a they create their own false websites, and they send only the pictures and try to get the information. Then Gillnet relies far less on social engineering techniques, and Fisher introduce malicious code into email and the websites. That's what we should be very clever enough whenever we get such type of advertisements or emails or websites. So maybe sometimes they may get it from a emails, or maybe from a websites, or maybe from a any other social medias. So these are the different methods where the phishing can be done. One is a dragnet, rod and reel, lobster pot, and gillnet. Next we move on. Phishing techniques. So what are the different techniques they try to steal your information? So the information can be stolen phishing technique using a URL or a web link manipulations. So that's what here the phishers first method for a first technique they use to gain the information is using a URL or a web link manipulations. And the next one is a filter aviation. So URL web link manipulations, phishing techniques. So then web link manipulation, that is URL. Then filter aviation. Sometimes they try to filter out so many information. Next one, website forgery. So in the same way where I told you there may be some websites where they try to replicate a branded companies, and they try to by mistake, if you don't see properly what is actual website, whether it is a original website or not, then they will we will be hacked. So that's what here sometimes even the websites also be forgery. So you would have seen in so many places where the signatures are forgery. In the same way now, to make money, the fake websites are created. Now you can say due to this corona, since from 1 year, every one of us are believing on online, and we try to search for so many websites. So when we are searching so many websites, we should be very clever enough and see whether it is a original website or not. The same way flash phishing. So that's what I just now told. Even in your Facebook or in your WhatsApp, we get so many ads, advertisements also. In your Facebook, whenever you are checking something, in between there will be a fake website, and we don't know that is a fake, and we just click and complete the other process. So then such type of things are called as a flash phishing. The same way social phishing, social medias they use to extract your either maybe personal information or your financial information. That is what is a social phishing. Then is a phone phishing. They may call you and trouble you. You can see there are so many calls we get, it is from so and so bank and we are trying to give you free credit card. So many things will be there. So that's what is called as a phone phishing. The phishing technique, fishers usually send millions of email messages, pop-up website, pop-up windows, etc. that appear to look official and legitimate. So that's what here we say about a phishing techniques. That is URL or a web URL or a web link manipulation and filter aviation, website forgery, social phishing, and phone phishing. Fisher usually sends millions of email messages, either maybe popping up windows. So you can see sometimes we get a pop-up windows. So maybe because we are on the online, we get a pop-up window saying that this offer is there, click on this. So these are the different ways the fishers try to extract the information from us, and send they may hack and do some such. Maybe it is because of the personal information hacking, or maybe because your financial things they may take it. So this is what the phishing technique is. So before moving on further, let us have a look what we have seen for today. First, we started with phishing, a type of an email scam that steals your identity. What is phishing? What is the meaning of phishing? Phishing means trying to steal our identity. The identity can be our personal information or financial. An email fraud technique in which the culprit sends out emails looking legitimate in an effort to accumulate personal and financial information from recipients. Messages like likely come from well-known and trustworthy sites which PayPal, eBay, MSN, Yahoo, Best Buddies, and American Online. Fishers use a different social engineering and email spoofing to try to trick their victims. The act of sending an email to a user and falsely claiming to be an established legitimate organization to scam the user into giving private information the email steers the users to visit a website where they are asked to update their personal information, which their password and information about their credit card, bank account, etc. That's what is called as a phishing. So then in the Cisco people have done a survey, and they gave the geographical information, that is a ranking country percentage of spam volume. That is India is ranked number one. India has ranked number one country for having a percentage of spam volumes. Then second one is Russia, 9.1. Then Vietnam, 7.9. South Korea, 6. Finland, 6. China, 4.7. Brazil, 4.5. Then United States, 3.2. So then spam emails, also known as junk emails, identical messages are sent to numerous receipts. Popular medium for fisher to scam users to enter personal information on fake website. A person who creates electronic spam is called a spammer. Then what are the types of things? That is unsolicited bulk emails, unsolicited commercial emails. So that is what is called as a types. And unsolicited bulk emails, unsolicited commercial emails. That is solicit bulk email, unsolicited commercial emails. Tactics used by a fisher: names of legitimate organization from a real employee, URLs that look right, urgent messages. Phrases used to entice the user. Verify your account. You have won the lottery. If you don't respond within 48 hours, your account will be closed. So then Hawk's email, deliberate attempts to deceive or trick user into believing or accepting that something is real. Hawk's email may be used by spam emails. So the methods of phishing: dragnet, used by use of spammed emails; rod and reel, identifying specific prospective victims in advance and convey false information to them to prompt their disclosure of personal and financial data. Lobster pot focuses upon use of spoofed website. Gillnet relies far less on social engineering technique, and phishers introduce malicious code into email and websites. What are the different phishing techniques? So the phishing techniques, URL, maybe using a URL, web link manipulation, filter aviation, website forgery, flash phishing, social phishing, and phone phishing. So your web link means they may try to give a false web link, and they can do that. Is one way, that is URL or a web link manipulation. Next is filter aviation, then website forgery. uh, Amazon website only they would have done. Then flash phishing. Then next one is a flash, something like they try to bring into your thing, that is flash phishing. Next is social phishing, phone phishing, uh, social phishing, phone phishing. Social phishing is where they can submit in the social media, and a phone phishing where they can try to do it on the social phone. They try to call and say that okay, you have won so much, so we get every day, right? So such type of things are called as a phone phishing. So I'll stop here and we'll continue in the next class.
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಅಂಬರೀಶ್
ಎಸ್ ಅಂಬರೀಶ್, ಯಾಕೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ?
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂಬರೀಶ್.